Cambridge IELTS 18, Test 2, Passage 1. In this episode of Read With Me, we're going to analyze a complete passage from Official Tests of Cambridge. So if you have the book, please open it and read along with me. So the first step is to do some skimming. Now, well, by skimming, I mean we're going to look at the title of the text, which is Stonehenge. And if available, we read its subtitle. Otherwise, read the introduction completely. Or if it's a long introduction, we can read the last sentence of it. But this is pretty short, so let's read the introduction completely. For centuries, historians and archaeologists have puzzled over the many mysteries of Stonehenge. So it seems like it's about the mysteries of that. A prehistoric monument that took an estimated 1,500 years to erect. Located on blah, blah, blah in southern England, it is comprised of roughly 100 massive upright stones placed. Okay, that's about the structure itself. So this passage seems to be about Stonehenge and its mysteries. Okay, now for the other paragraphs, for the body paragraphs, we're going to skim. We're going to keep skimming and read the first sentence of each paragraph. Well, you know, the body paragraphs start with topic sentences generally, so the first sentence is usually very, very important. Archaeologists believe England's most iconic prehistoric ruin was built in several stages. So built in several stages. Earliest 5,000 or more years ago. Okay, that's about how it was built. Several hundred years later, so it's about the years later, it is thought the builders hoisted an estimated 80 blue stones, which remain today, into standing positions, placed them in either a horseshoe or circular formation. So it's about the formation of this several hundred years later. According to one long-standing theory among archaeologists, so there's one theory here, Stonehenge's builders fashioned sledges and rollers out of tree trunks to log the. Okay, this is about how they moved these stones from the hills. As early as the 1970s, geologists, so this is quite recent, have been adding their voices to the debate over how Stonehenge came into being. How it came into being. So it's about the debate of how it came into being. The third phase of construction took... What was that? Yes. So the next paragraph would be the third phase of construction took place. This is about the third stage. Okay, around 2000 BC. But who were the builders of... Okay, now, who were the builders? This paragraph is about that. Many modern historians and archaeologists now agree that several distinct tribes of people contributed to... Okay, so several tribes... This is the modern belief. Okay. Each undertaking a different phase of its construction. Okay. In the facts, if the facts surrounding the architects and the construction of Stonehenge remain shadowy at best, the purpose of the striking monument is even more of a mystery. So this paragraph is about the purpose. Previous paragraphs are about how it was made, but this is about the purpose of it. In the 1960s, astronomer Gerald blah blah suggested that the cluster of blah blah stones operated as a form of calendar. Okay, it seems like the structure. This formation was used as a calendar. This is this guy's suggestion, with different points corresponding to astrological phenomena. Okay. More recently, signs of illness and injury in the human remains unearthed at Stonehenge led a group of British archaeologists to speculate that it was considered a place of healing. Okay, that's another theory. That's it. And then there are the questions that follow. So after this initial skimming, which should take you about take 1 or 2 minutes of your time, 1 to 3 minutes max, you should move on to the questions and decide which question type you should start with. Now, this is a note completion task. All right. This is a note completion task. And the next is true, false, and not given. Okay, they are both good question types, but what is interesting about this group of questions, I mean, true, false, and not given questions, is the fact that the answers will definitely come in passage order. I mean, question number 9 will be answered, I don't know, whatever it is answered. Let's say question number 9 is answered here. Then question 10 will definitely be somewhere after it. And then 11 will be even further ahead. So 10 would be between 9 and 11. So this is an interesting fact, and this is guaranteed. So we're going to start with this question type and then make our way back to the first 8 questions, which are note completion questions. So do we have any keywords that we can quickly use to scan? All right, Gerald Hawkins. This guy, I remember something about this person. Here he is. So I'm going to answer this question and then make my way back. Criticisms of Gerald Hawkins' theory, this is this guy, about Stonehenge has come mainly from other astronomers. So we should look for negative sentences like criticisms. While this theory has received a considerable amount of attention over the decades, critics maintain that Stonehenge's builders probably lacked the knowledge necessary to predict blah 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 blah. So does this criticism come from other astronomers? Well, this part is not mentioned. We don't know who made this criticism. Critics, but it's not given who. Therefore, number 13 would be NG, or not given. Next, you can go back. Objects discovered at Stonehenge seem to indicate that it was constructed by a number of... Okay, objects discovered. I remember something about objects discovered there. Tools, bones. It was constructed by a number of different groups of people. Several groups of people contributed. Okay. Bones, tools, and other artifacts found on the site seem to support this hypothesis. Yes. So different groups of people. Different groups of people, several distinct tribes. And of course, these items that are found there support this hypothesis. Therefore, this is true. We write T for this. Now we can go back to, okay, this is not bad either. Number 11, John Aubrey, whoever this guy is. Where are you, John? John is here. John is here. That's lucky. We could find his name pretty fast by scanning it. His claim about Stonehenge was supported by 20th century findings. Okay, it was rightly popularized by even today people who identify as modern continue to gather at Stonehenge for the summer. However, in the mid 20th century, okay, so 20th century findings. However, in the 20th century, radiocarbon dating demonstrated that the Stonehenge stood more than 1,000 years before the Celts inhabited the region. So this is contradicting the previous finding. Was that supported? Oh, supported? No. However, means there was a contrast between them. It was not supported, so therefore this is number 11 would be false. Now we can go back to 10. Look, we don't have to do this in order, but because I can see clear keywords like this, why not? If it was a bad question, I would skip it and go to 9 and then find 10 between 9 and 11. But for now, well, let's celebrate the fact that we have these clear keywords. So 1600 BC. There's scientific proof that the blue stones stood in the same spot until approximately blah blah. Okay. Some 50 of these stones are now visible on the site, which may once have contained many more. Oh. They stood in the same spot. But no, it seems like we can see some of them here, some 50 of them. But maybe it may once have contained many more. It has revealed that work continued until roughly blah, blah, with balloons in particular being... Oh, okay, here's the evidence we have. Being repositioned multiple times. Stood in the same spot versus being repositioned multiple times. So that's clearly a false. That's a false, for sure. That's opposing information, contradicting information in the text. And last, during the third phase of the third phase is here. Construction sandstone slabs were placed in both the outer areas and in the middle of the Stonehenge site. Were arranged into outer, yes. So outer, and the question says in both outer and the middle. So some were assembled into the three-piece structure called and stand tall in the center. So it's in the center, in the middle, and in the outer, outer area, outer crescent. So yes, the answer is true. There we have the answers. 9 to 13. Anything left? No. Okay, now, what is interesting about note completion tasks is that usually they don't come from a large area of the text. They come from a 1 or 2 paragraphs usually. Now, because we have stages here, stage 1, 2, 3, we might have to look at 3 paragraphs. But anyway, let's see. We have the word Stonehenge. Unfortunately, this is a very general word. It is nothing specific to 1 paragraph, unfortunately. So, yeah, let's look at anything that gives us a clue. For example, sledges and rollers. I remember something about transportation. The theory is about transportation of the boat. Okay. Where were the rollers? Okay, rollers. So, rollers and sledges. Let's answer this one that we could find easily. Builders used blah blah to make sledges. Okay, what did they use? Out of tree trunks. So that's it. Question 3 would be tree trunks. Pulled them on giant baskets. Somebody pulled them on giant. So that who pulled them on giant baskets? Who, or maybe what animal? It's a person or animal that can pull these giant baskets. Where are the baskets? Where are the baskets? Baskets. Okay. On a combination of ball bearings and a long grooved planks hauled by oxen. Okay. If you don't know what oxen means, well, it's an animal, but the structure shows that the oxen did that. So that's enough. So we can decide that number 4 would be oxen. It doesn't matter if you don't know what the word exactly means, but it's something that can carry these, can pull these baskets. What else? Okay, what else? They were brought from Wales by... Where's Wales? Welsh coast. Oh, rafts. They were transferred by the boulders onto rafts and floated them first. So is that rafts? Maybe. Geological, archaeological, geological. Geologists. All right. Yeah, geologists. We were to debate over challenging. Okay, what was that? Wales. Okay, Wales is here. How did they bring? They were brought from Wales by Sometimes it was glaciers, not humans, that carried. Okay, glaciers that carried the blue stones, not humans. So they were brought by glaciers. Make sure to spell the words correctly in your answers. That's glaciers. And what else? Now we can go down to this one, to phase 3, 17th century. Here. It's about builders. Yes, builders, 17th century. 17th century builders here. Its builders were Celtic. What's Celtic? Where's Celtic? Society. No, we need plural. We need something plural. The work of. Okay. The builders were who? Made the claim that the Stonehenge was the work of Druids, whatever it means, who had important religious, judicial, and political roles in Celtic, whatever it is. So anyway, so Celtic, or I guess it seems like Celtic, and the word should be those Druids, whatever it means. We don't care what it means because that's the answer anyway. So that's the answer for sure. Do we have a better word here? No. We need people. And we need, they were, so we need something plural. We can't write society. It has to be plural. Purpose. Okay, purpose. Okay, why? Many experts agree that it had been used as a blah blah site. 1960s. 1960s. Okay, here it is. 1960s. It was suggested that it worked as a kind of calendar. Yeah, form of calendar, kind of calendar. That's it. So that's the answer. Let's go back. Used as a what site? They used it as something. So that was a calendar. Once served the function of a burial ground. So that's burial ground, burial site. So they buried their dead people. Burial site. What else? Number 1 and 2 are left. That's the only part. Now, tree trunks, where were they? And oxens, they were here. So ditch and henge were dug. Let's find these two words, ditch and henge. Ditch and henge. You can skip. You can scan these two areas for these words. So okay, this name is here. Ditch. Okay, ditch is here. They're dug, possibly using tools made from what? There were tools made from what? Tools which may be fashioned out of deer antlers. How many words? 2 words. Okay. Deer antlers. Did I spell them correctly? Yeah, deer antlers. These words were. These 2 words would be the answer. So they have been fashioned out of deer antlers, which means made from. And the next one, blah blah, might have been arranged in deep pits inside the circles. Something may have been arranged inside circle. Deep pit. Deep pits dating back to that area located within the circle may have been once held a ring of timber posts. Timber posts. Yeah. We need something plural. Or singular. A ring of timber posts. So that's a lot of words. The key words would be timber posts. They were in the circle. Yeah. Timber posts. Is that correct? Yes. The words are spelled correctly. Yeah. So that's it. We got all the answers. and hopefully they're all correct. So, okay. Well, that's it for now. If you got any value from this video, make sure to hit the like button because it can help support the channel. And if you have any IELTS related questions you have to ask, please write them in the comment section below. And me, myself, and my colleagues would be happy to respond to them as soon as we can. Have a wonderful time, and I'll see you in the next one.